Welcome students. This is the second class of your first chapter set, and we already discussed these two topics, that is what is set, its representation and its notation. So today we will talk about the symbols and the types of sets. So let's start with the symbols, some special symbols. Firstly, this symbol. This is capital N, but written in a little bit different style. So this is the set of natural number. That means 1, 2, 3 and so on. 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Next, Z. This is the set of integers. That means -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. You can go on and this side also. So this is the set of integers. Next, Q, written in a little bit different style. So this is set of rational numbers. That is those numbers in P by Q form. Okay. Next, this R. This is set of real numbers. That means all number present in this set, real number line. So in the real line, all the numbers we will represent by this symbol R. Okay. So this is some special kind of a set and their representation or their symbols. Now, next one is this symbol. Now we already use this symbol. Meaning of the symbol is belongs to. And this, by the symbol, you easily say that this is not belongs to. That means any element, if it does not belongs to any set, so that time we will use this notation or this symbol. Next, this is the symbol of or. This is and this is for all. Okay, for all means suppose any property is followed by all x, for all x. So except writing this for all, we will use for all x. Okay, we also use this symbol when we will use this one. You will learn how to use this one. Next, this is the sign of such that. You already know that. This is also means such that. And this is the symbol of null set. Today we will discuss about null set, but here this is the symbol of the set. Next is type of sets. So before starting the types of set, we need to know some property of the set, or you can say some important point about set, that is the cardinal number. What is cardinal number? The number of the distinct element in the given set A is called the cardinal number of A, and it is denoted by n of A. Suppose that any set contain this 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 elements. So its cardinal number, if this is A, so we will write its cardinal number is 4. Since it has only 4 elements, so number of elements is the cardinal number of set. So take some examples. First one, x n belongs to set of natural number and less than 5. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, that is the cardinal number of the set is 4. Set of letters in the word mathematics. So write down its letters MATHEICS. So number of elements is 8. So the cardinal number of the set is 8. Okay, so let's move to the types of set. So first type is null set. What is null set? Let's start with its definition. A set which does not contain any element in is called this empty set or void set or null set. these things are same, and we denote this one by the symbol phi or this pair of second bracket. Any notation we can use, but in generally we prefer to use this symbol phi. Now, what do you mean by that any set does not contain any element? So is there exist any set which has no element? So let's check this examples. Set of natural numbers less than 0. But we know that this set of natural number start from 1, 2, 3 and so on. So less than 0, is there exist any natural number less than 0? No. So that means in this set we can't find any element. So that means this is the phi set or the null set or empty set or void set, whatever you want to say, you can. Next one is x is such that integer and 2 less than x less than 3. Now in this number line, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you have to find the integer between this 2 and 3. Is there exist any integer in between 2 and 3? No, since the integers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, and in this left side 0, -1, -2, -3 and so on. So in between 2 to 3 we can't find any integer value. So that means this set also contained no element. In this set we can't find any element, so this is a phi set or null set or void set or empty set. Next, x is even number and x square equals to 25. Now if x square is equal to 25 means x is what? Plus or minus 5? Now if it is plus or minus 5, but what is given? X is even number. So is it possible that 5 is even number? No, 5 is not an even number. So x is even and satisfy this equation. This is not possible. So this set is also a null set or an empty set. So this is the concept of null set or empty set or phi set. Next, phi is not equal to 0. 0 is a set which has the element 0 and the cardinal number of this empty set is equal to 0. Now one thing you should remember, you always do this mistake. So remember this one, phi is not equal to this second bracket and inside the second bracket we will write 0. 0 means nothing. No. 0 means here 0 is an element. Whatever you will write inside the second bracket, it is an element of the set. Whenever you are writing 0 inside this curly bracket, that means 0 is the element of this set. 0 is belongs to this set. But phi means there is no element. So the cardinal number of phi is 0. But if you check this one, so cardinal number of this set is 1. But here the cardinal number is 0. So these two things are different. Remember this one. This is very, very important. Some of the students always done this mistake, that is phi is 0. No, phi is not 0. Phi is just no element in the set. And 0 means there is an element, that is 0. So understand this difference between this 2 phi and the set 0. Next, singleton set. So previously we learned that the set which contains no element. Now singleton, look at that word. Singleton means 1. That means a singleton set is known as unit set and it's the set with exactly one element. if any set contains just only one element, we will call this is a singleton set. Now look at this example. Previously, we'll take this one. That is, we already take this one that is in the second bracket 0. Now this is only one element here and the cardinal number of this is 1. So this is a singleton set. Let's check some examples. First one is the set null is a singleton set containing the element null. Now don't think that is null means always null set. Here I'm taking this null as a word. So this set contains only this word null. So this is a singleton set. Next element, example, x is even prime number. Now there exists only one even prime number, that is 2. So this is also a singleton set. Number 3, x is neither prime nor composite number. So there exists only one element which is neither prime nor composite, that is 1. So this is also a singleton set. So number 3, finite set. Now we already talk about no element, then one element, then finite set. That means we can count the element, that is number of element present in the set. So what is the definition? A finite set is a set that has a finite number of elements. If the elements are finite, we will call this is a finite set. So let's talk about some example. Empty set. Can we count its element? Yes, definitely we can, since number of element in this empty set is 0. We can count it 0. So this is a finite set. X is a natural number and x less than 7. X less than 7 means we will consider from 1 to 6. So that's also we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 elements are there. That means this is also finite set. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and up to 97. Now this is what? Prime numbers from 2 to 97. Can you count it? Yes, of course you can count up to 97 easily. So this is also a finite set. Next is infinite set. What is infinite set? An infinite set is a set that is not a finite set. Okay, this concept is wrong, that if you know that infinite set means we can't count its element, or infinite number, that is infinity number of elements are present there. No, this concept in behind this infinite and finite set, there are more concepts are there. Here you are just only reading this definition and some examples. So we can't say that if we can't count the element, this is infinite set. No, if the set is not finite, that time it is infinite set. Since behind this finite and infinite sets, some more concepts are there, that is countability, uncountability. You will learn in this higher class. But for now, learn that if a set is not finite, that time we will call this infinite set. There is a huge difference between not finite and this infinite number, infinity number of elements are present there, or uncountable. We can't count the element of the set. These two things are different. That is not finite or infinite, and we can't count the element. So always use this definition, that is infinite set is if the set is not finite, we can say this set is infinite set. Now let's take some examples. The set of all integers. This is an infinite set. This is not finite. It will go on both sides. So this is infinite set. The set of all even integers. This is also infinite set. It starts from even integers, means it starts from this -2, 2, like that it will go on. Now the set of all rational numbers. is infinite set. That is, set of rational number means the set Q. This is also a infinite set. The set of all real numbers is an infinite set. That means the set R is infinite. The set of all irrational number. We used to define irrational number by this R minus Q. Okay, so set of irrational numbers are also infinite set. Clear? And don't think that if a set is infinite, that means its cardinal number is infinity. This is not. If any set is infinite, suppose A is infinite, that does not mean that cardinal number is infinite. It has some particular cardinal number of the set of real number, set of natural number. This is in concept is in higher class, so I'm not explaining here, but this is the wrong concept. So don't think this one. So next one, number 5 is equal set. Now, if two sets are equal, what do you mean by this two sets are equal? So let's take two sets A and B are said to be equal if they contain the same element. Every element of A is an element of B, and every element of B is an element of A. That means equal set is depending upon the elements of these two sets. If the elements are same or equal, we can say the sets are equal. Like first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. First set I am taking this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. And B I am taking X is a natural number less than 5. Now, natural number and less than 5. So it starts from 1 and end into 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, all the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 are the elements of B, and all the elements of B are the elements of A. So in that case, we will call this A is equal to B, or AB, these two sets are equal. So if their corresponding elements are equal, I'm repeating again, if their corresponding elements are equal, if their elements are equal, that time we will call this is equal set. Now another concept is there, that is equivalent set. What is equivalent set? Now if two set we will consider A and B is said to be equivalent if their cardinal number is same, that is number of A and number of B, their cardinal number, and this is the symbol of representing equivalent set. Now if the cardinal number is same, let's check this example. A is 1, 2, 3, that means cardinal number is 3, and PQR, second set B is PQR, here also cardinal number is 3. So that time we will call this is A is equivalent to B. This is the sign of equivalence. Okay, so equivalent set and equal set, these two things and the two concepts are different. Equal set means their elements should be same, and equivalent means their cardinal number will be same. Okay, so next, this is exercise 1.2. First question, which of the following are the example of null set? So first question is a set of odd natural number divisible by 2. Now it is odd number and divisible by 2, which is impossible. No odd number is divisible by 2. So that means this is a null set. Number 2, set of even prime numbers. That means only the singleton set 2. That means it is not a null set. This is a singleton set. Number 3, y such that y is a point common to any two parallel lines. Now we know that parallel lines have no common point. They never intersect each other. So that means we can't find any point like that. So that means the set is null set. You need to identify which one is null set and which one is not a null set, and give the reason of at least justification of your this choosing if it's a null set or not. So moving to the next question, which of the following sets are finite or infinite? Now we need to identify the given sets are finite or infinite. So set of months of a year. Definitely you can count the element. The number of elements is 12. So this is a finite number, finite set. Now set of positive integers greater than 100. So we know that this set of integers, that is Z, is infinite set. Here it is given positive integer. So Z plus. Z plus is infinite set. We know that. And we are from this infinite set, we just pick up some elements, that is up to 100. We're just removing up to 100 elements, and then we're considering the set Z plus. So it will be, if you just put some numbers from an infinite set or put some element from an infinite set, it will remain infinite. So this set is also infinite. 1, 2, 3, 4, dot, dot, dot. That is the set of natural number. This is also infinite set. This is not finite. So that means it is infinite set. Next question. In the following, state whether A is equal to B or not. Some A set and B set will be given, and you need to identify they are equal or not. So first one is given ABCD and DCBA. The second set is DCBA. Now, what is the definition? The element of A should be belongs to B, and the B's element of B should be belongs to A. So A present here, B present here, C present here, D present here. Now from the set B, D present in A, C present in A, B present in A present in A also. So all the elements of A are B equal, right? A, B, C, D present in A also and present in B also. So the sets are equal, that is A equal to B. Number 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and here X such that X belongs to Z plus, that is positive integer, and even. So even positive integer less than 11. So before 11, the integer is 10. And since it is positive, we will count from 0. So it is even. So write down the elements first. 2 is even positive integer. 4 is even positive integer. Then 5 is not. 6 is even positive integer. 6, 7. 7 is not a even number. 7, then 8. 8 is positive and even integer. 9 is not a even number. 10 is a positive integer and even also. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So elements of A and elements of B are same. That means A is equal to B. Number 3. X is such that is a letter of this word follow. So write down the letters F, O, L, W. They are the letters. We will not take this repetition. We'll use it once. And B is given Y such that Y is a letter of W, O, L, F. So write down its letter W, O, L, F. Now look at that. F present here, O present here, L present here, W present here. And all of this element present in the set A. So we can say the sets are equal, that is A equal to B. I hope that the concept of equal set is clear now. And now your homework, the remaining portion of this 1.2 exercise, solve it, and this portion also given as a homework. So here you need to choose the equal sets. So some sets is given. You need to choose which one is equal and which one is not equal. Actually, you need to choose the equal sets only. So this is your homework, and solve the remaining portion of this exercise 1.2. If you have any problem or any doubt, you can ask me anytime. Thank you.